Hello there. Let's talk about Congo. Let's talk about the situation in North Kivu, which is the territory in Congo that is experiencing this fighting between Rwandan troops and some Rwandan outfit called M23. They are fighting local people, killing local people, and so far they have displaced close to 1 million residents of Kivu who are living in more than 12 poorly done, makeshift camps around Goma. In Mushaki, we have several camps, and all the way to Kichanga, we have other camps there. People are running away from their farms because of what these soldiers or these Rwandan elements there are doing. So, according to now the story that is coming out of that place, the young people, the sons and daughters of these people who are in the camps, these were mothers and fathers in the camps, their sons and daughters have gotten arms. They've gotten guns to defend their region, to defend their ancestral lands from the invaders, and they are now called Wazalendo. So I've told you about that before. And Wazalendo basically means patriots. It's a Swahili word for patriotism, or the patriots. So according to the story, coming from the Wazalendo team there, is that Ugandan troops have been disguising themselves, wearing uniforms without Ugandan flag, and crossing into Congo in Rutshuru to fight alongside these Rwandan backed M23 fighters in Congo. And the reason why they are doing this is that because the past few weeks, the beginning of this year, the M23 have been suffering massive losses. So initially at the beginning of this year, we saw the drone bombing several warehouses and hospitals or makeshift hospitals where M23 fighters were being treated, and 2 top leaders, including one of them called Castro, who was the network or the one who was in charge of financing the movement or getting money from Rwanda to finance the operation, was killed in that attack. So Castro was killed, and the other junior colonel to him, and alongside about 20 M23 fighters, they were killed in that drone attack. And then after that, the Congolese Wazalendo, together with some, this is unofficial, some Congolese special force and mercenaries from Romania and Bulgaria who are also working there, white people, are fighting alongside these guys. I've seen videos which I can't show you here because they are unverified. And these people have been attacking the M23 positions, including getting into M23 trenches, as you can see from these photos here. And M23 are losing soldiers, huge numbers. And because of that, that's why the Ugandans are coming in now to reinforce them. So we have always said that this war in Congo is the war that Rwanda and Uganda are creating there. We have always said that Museveni, who is a Tutsi, he doesn't consider himself a Tutsi, he is a Tutsi. And Paul Kagame, who is also another Tutsi from the same community as Museveni, want to expand the Tutsi empire into Eastern Congo by kicking out the Bantus there. And the Bantus they want to remove from this region, which has a lot of minerals, are the Bahunde community, which numbers about 3 million there, are the Frero people, are the Hutu communities there, are the, you understand what I'm saying, those are Bantu communities. So they want to kick them out so that they can replace that population with these Tutsis from Rwanda and Uganda. And that's what they are doing because they also want the minerals there. They've been stealing those minerals for over 30 years. We know that. So they've been now sending these troops to go there and do that. And the new crashes today in the morning were between now these new Ugandan rebels M23 elements and there was Wazalendo, and they were fighting near Mweso agglomeration, also in a region called Bashari Mokoto in Masisi territory. They were heavy fighting. They also went and they were fighting in Nyampanika, in Rugarama health center there. People from Rugarama can confirm that in the comment section below. There was also fighting today in a smaller village called a hill called Kanyati in Bukama area, and close to 20 M23 guys were caught in their trench by the Wazalendo, and they were massacred. And this is about 6 kilometers from Mweso town, or as you go to Mweso, as you go to Rutshuru, before you get to Bambo, is that part of called Kanyati in Bukama. There was that fighting, and then there was another attack where about 7 to 10 M23 soldiers were killed after an ambush on this hill called Kitwa Hill in Mbuhi. So guys from Congo, you can confirm that there's a region called Mbuhi near Mweso. There's a hill there known as Kitwa, the Kitwa Hill. So as this group was coming up the hill, the Wazalendo were hiding near there. They ambushed them with machine gun and cut down about 7 of them. So that is what happened, and it means the fighting is going on. But the good news is that the Congolese Wazalendo are winning. That is the good news. And the invaders are going back to Rwanda and Uganda in boxes, in body bags, which is also good news, because that's what should happen. And while all this is going on, while we are getting a lot of soldiers in wheelchair in a country that is supposed to be at peace, because officially Rwanda hasn't had war since 1995, right? Maybe since 1999, according to them. They have never had a war with anyone. But looking at photos like these ones, where we have very young soldiers in wheelchairs, a lot of them with lost limbs. And I'm not saying that these are soldiers who are recently on a peaceful mission somewhere, and in that peaceful mission, the United Nation peacekeeping force was attacked. There's nothing like that. These are soldiers who are in Congo to fight. So as this is going on, you find now the president of Rwanda is just, meeting with his masters. Because according to what happened today in the morning, is that there was this tweet, and I'm saying this because of the reply a lot of people are commenting. So the tweet is on the Rwandan State House page, and it's about a certain important annual event that takes place in the US. It's called the National Prayer Breakfast in the US. And according to this article by Rwanda, about 3,500 guests were there, and among those guests there were the US cabinet members, there were the US Congress members, there were diplomatic corps, ambassadors based in Washington from friendly countries to the US. There were UN diplomats and other foreign business leaders, important business leaders. And in that meeting, of course, the president of the US was not there. Biden was not there. Those who are important were at the high table. So in this case, you can see some important figure alongside the Rwandan president and the wife, the first lady. And it was an event that is very important. But the reason I'm bringing you this is that if you just Google the situation in Congo, you never miss articles like this one, where you find an article saying Congo, killings, rapes, and Rwanda-backed M23 rebels. And you go there, you find the articles talking about how this group has moved or displaced close to 1 million people, and how this group is supported by Rwanda. Even the EU actually keeps calling on Rwanda to stop supporting these rebels. But with all that hanging on him, he still gets invited at very important meetings that no other president in Africa ever gets there. I'm not saying it's something I should feel envy about. I'm just saying, if you replace Rwanda with, say, a country like Kenya or Burundi. Imagine if this article was saying killings, rapes by Burundi-backed rebels, or another article saying the EU calls on Burundi to stop supporting a certain group of rebels. Do you think the Burundi president would then be invited with his wife to come to such an event? No. And this is one of example that actually proves the Rwandan president is either a CIA agent in Africa. He does what they tell him. Recently, I've seen him trying to get close to the military leaders in the 3 or 4 West African countries that recently had coups. He has been trying to be friendly to Mamadi Doumbouya from Guinea-Conakry. He has been trying to get close to Assimi Goïta in Mali. He has been trying to actually invite and get close to the young leader in Burkina Faso. I think his name is Ibrahim Traore. So he's trying to get close to them because someone is sending him to do that. And I suspect the CIA is doing that. I don't know. I don't have all the evidence, but that's my suspicion, because no other African president has met these young men, these coup leaders. And in any case, there's nothing Rwanda can offer these countries, really. It's a poor country. It can't offer them any kind of support, any food, free food, like Russia is sending free wheat to these countries. So there is no trade that can happen between Rwanda and Burkina Faso, or Rwanda and Guinea-Conakry. I doubt. Rwanda is a net importer of food. They import most of their food there. So what would they be sending to Guinea? I doubt. Unless they export soldiers, because they are good at that. They can export military expertise there. But other than that, the only reason why he is trying to get close to them is because someone sent him to do that.